Okay, today's lesson is about radical. You probably heard of the word before, radical. R-A-D-I-C-A-L. What is a radical? A radical is part of a Chinese word that gives a clue or a meaning as to the meaning of that word. So you can consider yourself a detective and searching for the meaning of a word. Now, you have no clue as to what that word means or how it sounds, because in Chinese there's no correlation between the appearance or the writing and the pronunciation of that word. Now, for instance, you suddenly come across this word, zhuang, pronounced strong. So, how would you look up in a Chinese dictionary as to what is the meaning of this word? So, what you do is that you go and search for the radical in that word. In this word, you can see that there is this character, which is again represented here. And this character is E, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strokes. E, and E means clothing. And when you see this word anywhere, it usually means that word has something to do with clothing. Now, this radical is sometimes abbreviated into this symbol here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is also an E radical. E by E I mean clothing radical. So the examples of the first is, as I mentioned before, zhuang, which means outfit, and you see it in our game in xi zhuang, which means Western zhuang or Western outfit, which is a suit. A suit is called xi zhuang, and this zhuang means outfit. Another word that has this radical in there is dai, which means pocket, sack, this word, dai. And then another word that has the radical hidden in here on the left bottom of this character, which is pronounced cai. Cai. Cai means to cut, and cai feng, feng means to sew, means tailor. So you have a hint that has something to do with clothing. And sometimes the radical is written this way, which is usually on the left of the character, and it is also signifies clothing. Examples are cheng, cheng shan. Cheng means a lining. Shan, it means clothing again, and cheng shan means a shirt, a man's shirt. You see these words with this radical quite often in the game. Cheng shan, ku, ku. Again, you have the radical on the left, and this writing on the right, and this is ku. Ku means pants. Duan ku, duan means short, so short pants are shorts. Chang ku, chang means long, chang ku means long pants. Okay, again, this radical is here, and this means this with this character on the right is qun. Qun, Q in Chinese is pronounced ch, so Qun is qun in the second tone, and this is called a skirt. And as I say, when you look at the game in the on the iPad or iPhone or your Kindle Fire, you will see in the clothing section, look out for these radicals, and you'll be able to recognize it. Now, so in the Old Chinese dictionary, when you look for a word such as cheng, first of all, you go to the radical chart and see how many strokes there are. And over here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strokes, and you look up this radical, and then you go to this section. Another definition of radical is 部首, which means sectional heading or classifier. And then you look up this, the stroke, number of strokes on the right side usually, under this radical of E, and then it's 1, 2, 3. And then you'll find this word cheng, and it will tell you the meaning of the word. And this, again, you go to the same section, and this also has 3 stroke on the right, and you'll see this word means shan, and cheng shan means a shirt. So this word, again, you will go to the radical with this in this section, and you see this character on the right, and this character means ku is pronounced ku and means pants. And then again, the radical is here, and you go to this character on the right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the strokes on the right, and so you look up this word, and it's pronounced Qun, Q-U-N, as I said. Q in Chinese is pronounced like CH, a hard CH, so it's Qun, Q-U-N, in the second tone, and it's a skirt, it means a skirt. So when you go to the bird section of our game, you see this character quite often. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's either 6 strokes, or sometimes people write it like this so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this means niao. It's pronounced niao, N-I-A-O, in the third tone, and it means bird, something to do with bird. And if you look in the bird section, you see that many of the words have this usually on the right side of the character, and sometimes at the bottom of the character. Okay, this radical is 女, and it's 1, 2, 3. And so you look 3 strokes in the radical chart, and you find this. And it's pronounced 女. This is actually a word in the third tone, 女, and it means woman. It means woman. And if you look at your relatives section, you will see that there are a lot of words with this radical on the left. For instance, mother is ma, is 女 with the word ma, which is horse, and this then is pronounced ma, and it means mother, ma, and it means mother or mom. And then your sister, your older sister, again this radical, and then you go to that radical section, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 姐, 姐, pronounced in the third tone, 姐, and it means older sister, again a woman. And then, for instance, this word 妹, again the radical for woman, and then this word on the right, and this is 妹, means younger sister, 妹, pronounced in the fourth tone, 妹. So another radical which is very common is the 3 dot water. In Chinese is 三点水. San means 3, 点 means dots, 水 is water, so 三点水. And many words with that has something to do with water has this 三点水 radical on the left. Again, for instance, river, 河, it's river, 河, H-E. So if you should see this character in the Chinese manual or newspaper, you look up the 3-dot radical, and then you then go to that section, and you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strokes, and you look at 河, and that means river. Sorry, river. And for instance, 湖, lake. 湖 is pronounced 湖 in the second tone. It means lake, L-A-K-E, and so on. And tang, for instance, you see it in our game under foods, and that means soup. So another radical is my last name, Ma, which means horse, and it's pronounced in the third tone, Ma. And it can stand on its own. It's Ma. And then if you add the woman radical to the character of horse, and then it becomes Ma, which means mother. Ma in the first tone becomes mother. It means mom, as you see above. And this brings out a very good point. If you should see a word and see there are two possible radicals, then you look in the dictionary for the radical with a fewer number of strokes. In this case, 1, 2, 3, whereas ma is 1, 2, well, it's also 3. So take your pick. But sometimes in a word such as ma, the meaning is a woman. I suppose you can call your mom a woman workhorse, but the word ma sometimes denotes the pronunciation of a character, unfortunately. For instance, this word, you have two ko on top. That means two mouths. Ko means mouth. And then you have a horse underneath. Horse. Now, in this character, it doesn't have nothing to do with horse, but its pronunciation is also ma, and it means ma. It's pronounced ma in the fourth tone, and it means to scold. So sometimes, as I say, it provides a meaning to the character. You'll find under the radical of ma many words to do with horse, such as chariot, 驴子, donkey, and so on. But in some words, the ma in this instance gives the pronunciation rather than the meaning of the word. So I hope this has been helpful, and you understand a little bit more about radicals. Thanks for listening.